So I was having this incredible dream this morning. I was dreaming that I was in the ER and I was being born. I was 8.5 months premature and the doctors were freaking out, man. That was awesome. Ooh, look at that gravel. Nice. Gravel everywhere. Jesus. Let's not die on this turn. Very lovely. So what a week, YouTube. What a crazy week. I decided I was going to change my brakes and change the oil on my motorcycle. As many of you know, I'm riding a CBR 500R 2013. Oh God, I'm just so angry about it. The whole situation sucks. Or did suck. It sucked. The whole situation just sucked. I mean, all I wanted to do was change the brake pads and the oil on my bike. Heaven forbid! Oh my gosh, because everything was working against me. Starting off, step one, I go to the Honda Power Sports dealership here in town. That was mistake number one. So I go there and I'm like, I need to change the oil and my front brake pads. Sure, we'll help you out. He looks at my brake pads on the computer. Yes, we have them in stock. He goes back and he can't find them. I'm like, well, that really blows. Like, okay, we're 0 for 2 at this point. Let's look at the brake oil. And I use synthetic. I don't know, I don't really care. And we go look at the synthetic selection. They have, you know, every kind of regular oil blend there is. We go look at synthetic, they only have 2 quarts. 2 quarts. I'm like, dude, this blows. I need at least 3. So, the Honda dealership for my bike, I have the CBR 500R. They didn't have my oil or the front brake pads. So that sucked. So we decided he would order me some aftermarket brake pads. That's fine. Order some. And the other bit of this is I was a little upset because it's not near my house. I have to go 45 minutes each way, and I was in there for at least an hour. I mean, I just wasted so much time there. Whew. Fast stop. Not too fast, but anyway. God, it was just frustrating. I mean, just on that trip alone, I'd wasted 2 hours for no reason whatsoever. I'm like, dude, I don't really want to come back up here. That's another 1.5 hours of my life minimum, probably 2 after I wait in line. He's like, oh, I have to go through your city on my way home. I'll just bring the brake pads to you. We'll call you later this week. And so Thursday, nothing. Friday rolls around. I haven't heard a word. I call him back. I'm like, do you have my brake pads? Yeah, they're right here. I'm like, great. At this point, I'm at work. I get off early. I'm like, fine, I'll come on up. I come up, and he gives me the brake pads. He gives me these aftermarket, I don't know. I just remember they were orange. Like, I think they were ECB. I don't know. And they were 2, like, round discs. And I looked at them and I'm just like, these are for my bike, my front brake pads? Like, one on each side? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. I hesitantly walk out the door, get in my car, and I'm driving away. Like, 10 minutes later, I'm just looking at him in the front seat, and I'm like, this is just wrong. I know this is wrong. I turn around, go back to the dealership, sit in the parking lot, do some quick searches on the phone, and lo and behold, those brake pads, you need to order 2 sets for the front, which made sense because my brake pads, you know, were longer than, it just didn't make sense. And of course you need 2 sets, and of course he didn't order me 2 sets. And I'm just like, how can the dealer not know this stuff? I mean, this is their job. I go in there and I express my frustration. Also the fact that he said these were front brake pads, and I'm like, look, you had me walk out with these front brake pads saying these were for the front brakes. If I didn't know what I was doing, I could have killed myself very easily trying to put these on. And he understood. And then he looks up a little more information about them and he tells me that these were for the rear brakes. These are for the rear brakes. I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, at this point, I was about to swear. I'm like, do you just have the plain OEM stock brakes for the front of my bike? Please. Yes, of course. I know if the computer says we have it, I will go find him. This was a different guy, so I'm like, all right, maybe he'll get it right. He goes back there, he brings front brake pads, only he brings 2 sets of, well, 2 each. So there's 4 brake pads sitting in front of me, and he's like, okay, one's for the right and one's for the left. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure my bike only has one on the right, a rotor on the right side. He's like, no, trust me. And he's like, he pulls up the image on his computer. And I'm just like, well, yeah, there's a right and left. And I'm like, I'm about to walk over and look at my bike there on the showroom. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're crazy. And then I look at the left-hand corner of the screen, top left, and it's for, I forget what bike. It's like Honda's version of a Goldwing, which of course would need that stopping power. I'm like, dude, you don't even have my bike on here. He's like, oh my God. He's like, it's just been one of those days. I apologize so much. And I'm like, just my brake pads. Do you have them? Can you find them? You know, this is 2 hours wasted at this point. He's like, yes, right away. He goes back and looks. He runs out, plops them in front of me. And I'm just like, and these looked right. I mean, I had no idea to be for sure, but I'm like, okay, thank you. Walked out the door. Could not believe it. That much difficulty in getting brake pads. It was amazing. Wow. So of course when I get home and I'm changing my brakes, I put them side by side and I'm like, they're an exact match. Obviously less worn, but my brakes are fine. So yeah, that's the moral of the story, kids, is know what parts you should be putting on your bike and double check, because even the dealers get it wrong and it could cost you your life if you do something stupid. Or have a professional do it that's supposed to do it. So that's the moral, kids, is either have a professional do the work on your bike if you don't know what you're doing, or double check the parts and really know, because you really could get yourself into trouble and or kill yourself. Ooh, a pool. I do like pools.